everyone. Welcome to the Indigo Plateau live show and podcast. I am GhostTypeGhost, and I am here with Woodland Docs, and we are officially on season 2.
We are back in Joe-Toey-er than ever.
Oh my god, you made that joke, and I was like, please. Please, don't do this.
It's where Pineco came from. We're Joe-Toey-er than ever. Thank you.
I guess. Yes.
Next question.
There's no question. How are you doing, Docs? Are you excited?
That's a question. What do you...
You're right. Never mind. That was a question.
Oh, well, let's see here. I need a shave and a haircut, and I can barely walk. How are you?
Good. I was telling chat that this week has been horrible with my hours. I worked 13 and a half hours yesterday, and by the end of yesterday, I was at like 37 for the week. So it's been crazy, but it's okay because now we're doing the show again. So,
and we're Joe-Toey-er than ever. So
I'm excited. Do you want to show everyone your plush for today?
We do have a plushie of the day, and for anybody who watches the YouTube video, I'm issuing a challenge to you. Okay, you will not be able to tell which one's me and which one's the plushie. Are you ready? Everybody, close your eyes. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to describe to you, for anyone listening, what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 2 things, one of which is Docs and one is the plush. They both have very squinty eyes. They are round and white. What Pokemon is it? Oh no, I think I lost you again. Are you actually? Oh, okay, we're good. Okay, we can hear you again. What'd you say?
I was the one in the hat all along.
Oh yeah, the hat. It was like a spot the difference. I didn't catch it.
Waldo was lost on you. My God.
Oh, Rogue said, "Why do you have a plushie of me?" She was trying to steal your thunder.
That's my joke, my material, my show. All right.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
But we do have an oversized Snorlax plushie. Allie's Pokemon was at a bargain bin store, and they had oversized Pokemon plushes for like $12 each instead of like $40 each. Snorlax.
How much was that?
12.
Oh, snap.
Pretty big too. I mean, look at him.
I mean, for a Snorlax, it's kind of small, but
based on what the Pokédex tells us, yes.
How many inches would you say that is? 16? Something like that?
The tag, because it's official Pokemon merchandise.
Is it really?
Yeah. His name in French is Ronflex, so there's that. It literally just tells me not to eat it.
Okay, well, that's fine. I feel like that's more important than the size.
Should I eat it?
No, don't eat it.
Oh.
No. Docs, put it down. Docs, put it down.
Sorry, I had a small dinner.
We're about to witness Docs choke live on air, so that would be.
Fun fact about childhood Docs. I never knew how the word choking was spelled, but every time I saw it on a tag of one of my toys, I'm like, what's chalking?
Chalking.
And I'm like, maybe it's an adult thing that they'll tell me when I'm growing up and when a boy and a girl, but no. It was choking all along.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
That's okay. I could not spell as a child either.
I mean, like, I just didn't. I didn't know that there was like a long O and a short O, or just
an O.
English is weird. Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Do we want to tell the audience about how you got a beaver and a raccoon mixed up today, or are we just gonna gloss over that one?
I mean, I don't get out much. Okay, I really thought now they pronounced it in the little documentary Griffey.
Oh, I have no idea.
Griffey.
Griffey. Yeah,
Griffey.
Griffey.
Like first we had Young Goose, and now this. Every Pokemon's made after Trump. I don't know. But it's Griffey. But
go on.
Okay, it's a lemur, and we were talking about how I'm like, lemurs are kind of and I'm like, they're too raccoony. And then Ghost is like, what's wrong with raccoons? And I started thinking about beavers. I'm like, they're stupid little, mean guys. And then I was sent 2 videos of raccoons being good boys, and I realized that I didn't know what a raccoon was.
This is what I have to work with, guys. And also, beavers are cute too. You're thinking of the show, The Angry Beavers.
I mean, I love otters.
Those are different.
Yeah, but I love otters and penguins. But you know what other animal I love?
What?
Dogs. Do you know what? Oh, actually, before I even say that, why don't we let the folks know what's new for season 2?
Season 2, yes, season 2. We are having multiple topics per episode. So we're not just doing one long topic. We have 3 each episode, 2 short ones and 1 longer one. So
my segue is now valid, folks. Our first
we are
point that
wait.
wants to bring up.
Sorry, we are super prepared. But guys, as you can see, I have an Indigo Plateau Show mug, which is backwards, I think, for you guys. So these are also available, just letting you know.
And I have an unbranded sport drink.
Yeah, Docs, where's your mug?
It's right here. It's what brings the viewers in. Anyways, our first topic of season 2, you guys. I said dogs. You can probably guess it. We're talking about our favorite cats in the we're talking about our favorite dogs in the Pokemon region. Pokemon region? Pokemon universe.
Pokemon a region. So these Pokemon will be in a region. So
probably, yeah, they tend to be.
Hopefully, yes.
So, what is your overall favorite doggo? Who is the goodest boy or girl?
This is so hard. First of all, I do want to have a quick discussion on what qualifies as a dog, because Docs and I have looked it up, and the lists are all different. First of all, I want to talk about Lycanroc, because we had this conversation actually last season at one point. Is Lycanroc a dog or a wolf? Especially Midnight Lycanroc. That is a werewolf, in my opinion, so I did not count him. Docs, what are your thoughts on that?
It's not a dog, it's a wolf.
It's a wolf?
100% it's a wolf.
That's what I was thinking, but it was on every list.
Yeah, and like we get it, dogs and wolves, ancient ancestors, related, whatever. But it's not a dog. It's a different species.
It's a separate thing. And much like separate things, you know what else is on a lot of these lists, which makes no sense?
I hope not Execute, because those are separate things, but those are nowhere near a dog.
Well, now that you say that, I think I did see in it. No. No. They put Vulpix, Ninetales, Delphox, Braixen. I'm sorry. Are those dogs?
That answers the age-old question. What did the fox say? The fox said, "I'm not a dog."
Right. It wasn't like on one list or 2 lists. It was like
every list.
Every list. I'm like, foxes and dogs are not the same thing either. They look similar, but they're not the same thing.
The people creating those lists, they didn't give a fox. I just bad joke counter start for season 2. Somebody home keep track. Let's go.
No, please don't. Let's not.
But so in the same spirit, we also had a reply on Twitter from Horrified Hyena, which fits, that Mightyena and Poochyena, I said that backwards, but they're also not exactly dogs. So, with anything like Horrified Hyena, of course, they'd bring up the ones that are hyenas. And it's awesome Pokemon. Like, all the different little crunch, and then all the different elemental fangs. I love Mightyena as a Pokemon. I really do. Mm-hmm. But it's not a dog. So I agree with their point. Not exactly a dog. And I think you're with me on that one.
Yeah. No. It says Ina in the name. So I don't know. But I did want to read Horrified Hyena's full comment. She said, "This one is hard because it is a very hard topic. This is very hard. I do have Mightyena tattooed on her arm over, and then Arcanine and Houndoom, hardest choice of her life. But it's more of a hyena to me." So that's what she was saying.
It's definitely more of a hyena. So, I don't know. Now that we get that out of the way, who's your favorite doggo?
Oh, God.
Best boy, best girl. Who is it?
Okay, hold on. I'm actually going to pull up the one list I found, and it might screw up for 1 second. Okay. I don't know, man. I was going back and forth Let me just do a quick one over. They are so cute, all of them. But I would say if I had to absolutely pick, I don't know. I think Boltund, however you pronounce it, is like, it is such a doggo. Like, that is the most doggo out of
Oh
all
yeah,
of them, I think.
yeah.
So
Yamper and Bolton are this most dog-ish. Yeah.
I gotta go with Bolton. He's so cute. I know it's crazy. It's not Growlithe, but
Yeah, Rogue's banning people in the chat right now just out of spite.
no, don't do
Um,
it, please.
no, I love Bolton. It is the most doggy dog. Um, the typing is one of, I've got a soft spot for the typings that are underrepresented. So electric, definitely. Evolving from a Yamper. I mean, corgi butts. There's multiple Facebook pages about corgi butts. Okay, you just look at a corgi butt and you kind of laugh.
Yeah. I do want to say, though, that is our second electric dog Pokemon.
Oh, you're counting Raikou?
No, Manectric. And
Oh, Manectric. Yeah,
yeah. What's the other one? Manectric and
Electric.
Electric. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so long ago, Gen 3.
I don't usually hang out with Gen 3, so
We're not friends.
Yeah, we don't talk anymore. They're just a Gen that I used to know. But I can get with that. I mean, other than it being the most doggy dog, like what does it for you?
He's just so cute. Every Pokemon card I've seen, he just looks so happy with his tongue sticking out. I don't know. It's just like the dog. He's just a dog. I don't know.
Either that or he looks proud in the cards. He's either happy or he's proud.
I've only ever seen like really happy ones, so
there's at least one where he's got this like stern look, but it's kind of like that camera angle that's like, he's on all fours, so he looks, well, he's a dog, he's on all fours. Game Freak, keep him on all fours.
Not necessarily, because we got Lucario,
right,
Snubble, Smeargle, all dogs.
It's like that ground up camera angle where you can see he's like muscular and he's got like this stern, like this stare going, and he looks proud. I'm like, that's that's like a hunting dog, like, oh, I'm gonna go, daddy's gonna shoot a duck, I'm gonna go get it. But
that's sad.
We're gonna shoot a ducklet. We are not shooting Quaxley.
Bye, Quaxley. Bye.
We protect Quaxley at all costs. Okay.
Fuecoco's gonna eat Quaxley. So.
Okay. Well. Wow. So my favorite. Everybody, set your phasers to awe because this is gonna be really cute. Okay. So my first. Not my first dog I ever had, but my first dog. So I had my two childhood dogs, and then my first dog.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Diego. Goodest boy, okay? If you put a picture of Houndour next to Diego, the color patterns, the muscular look, the toughness, it's all the same. So Houndour is my absolute favorite dog Pokemon. Because he's just Diego. There's no even if I catch a female one, it's Diego. And at times he could have his little devil horns and misbehave, so the Houndoom's not totally out of reach. Mega Houndoom not so much. I don't think he could get that bad. But one time he did steal Pop-Tarts. So
bad boy. Baddest boy.
I was at work. My dad was helping a police officer in our backyard for whatever reason. And when he came back in, the Pop-Tarts that were on the dining room table were suddenly gone, and there was wrapper and crumbs all over the place. And he pulled a chair out from under the table. Guess what he found? Diego sitting there eating the Pop-Tarts. So for that reason alone, I can't put any other dog above Houndour. He's just he's my buddy.
Aww.
And plus Darkfire is a really cool type.
This is true.
Emotions aside, Darkfire is really dope. I mean, Flamethrower and Crunch, you got your special coverage, you got your physical coverage. Yeah, I know we're going beyond cuteness here.
Cute
So,
only. That is the only qualification you need.
but I think that oh, what's his name? Giovanni. I think that's a perfect Giovanni Pokemon.
Yeah, get Persian out of here.
Exactly. Who like you have a bunch of ground types and then you have a Persian? No. Have a bunch of ground types and something that's weak to ground, like Houndoom.
Okay. I mean, sure.
There's no logic there. I'm just
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to make you think. I'm like, what can I say to make Ghost think this is going competitive? There we go. But
it didn't work this time. Not
no,
this time.
season 2 and you're Joe Tobier than ever. But yeah, I mean, after Houndour, I would say that Yamper Bolton comes next. And then my third spot, Rogue, this is for you. I gotta go back to Growlithe and Arcanine.
Yeah, they are obviously like top 3.
Yeah.
But not number 1.
Yeah. And I know I'm lumping the base and the Evo together, but you kind of have to, you know? Like
they are very similar. Arcanine is just a bigger Growlithe in my mind.
Yeah. You can pick which one you like better, the base or the Evo, but they're pretty much the same.
Exactly.
Which dog Pokemon would you say goes under the most transformation as it evolves? Riolu to Lucario?
Yeah, I would say Yamper and Bolton because we go from a Corky to a completely different dog.
So like a sport dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, that's yeah. Riolu just hits a growth spurt, I guess.
Yeah. And grow some extra hair limb things.
Dreadlocks, whatever.
Spikes.
Whatever he's got. But I think that there's some dog Pokemon that, even though I'm a dog fan, I'm not a fan of the Pokemon.
Like what? What do you mean?
I don't really like the whole Stoutland line.
Oh yeah. Why so much hair? Why the mustache hair? I don't.
Lilipup's cute, but then it just gets a little out of control.
Lillipup is adorable. Herdier is cute. Oh, Rogue's mad. She said, excuse. Stoutland is like just... I don't know. Stoutland is too much.
Yeah, he's a bit much. And, I mean, if I pop up this list here, Bramble and Snubble, I didn't really like until they got their fairy typing.
So that was just pure typing for you.
Well, I mean, the design's also kind of... it's just kind of boring.
Fair enough.
It's
boring? I mean, wait a minute. It's boring? It's so weird.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly unique looking.
It's unique, but it's not a fun unique.
Oh, it's an Uggo unique.
Yeah. Smeargle is borderline dog for me in the first place.
Yeah, it's a bulldog. Ish. The face.
I think they were going for Beagle.
That's not... No, they were not going. Grand Bull.
Smeargle,
Bull.
Eagle.
Oh, Smeargle. I was still on... I was on Snubble.
You're on something.
Oh. Smeargle, Snubble, Grand Bull, Bulbuls.
Everywhere Bulbul.
Everywhere Bulbul. Yes.
And then the last thing that I want to comment on is Furfrou. I don't know if it happened. If it didn't, I am surprised it didn't happen. After you could style your Furfrou in-game,
Yeah.
I am surprised that like PETA or some other animal activist group didn't say, this children's game is promoting cosmetic changes to a living being, and then throw a fit.
I mean, fair enough. I think they've gone after Pokemon just generally, as a whole. As a whole.
I mean, PETA goes after everybody. Did I ever tell you about the lawsuit that filed against me?
You? What'd you do?
Oh, I never told you about it because it never happened. So
I'm leaving. You know what? First episode back. I'm done.
No, there's never been any lawsuits filed against me.
You made me think that though. That was rude.
As much as much as I love fighting in court. No.
I did want to read Rogue's comment. She said that she will ride Stoutland into battle. So, are you hiding the label of your drink?
It's unsponsored sport drink.
Oh my god.
So, okay. Last thing about dogs. Raikou, Suicune, Entei.
No, Raikou is not a dog.
He's a cat.
It is a lion. Mountain lion.
More cat than dog, so I was trying to, yeah.
Look at that. And then Suicune, is that Suicune? That is up in the air. I feel like Entei looks like a dog.
Entei's 100% dog. Yeah.
I know a lot of people call them the beasts, but people call them the dogs all the time. And I'm like,
the dog trio. Actually,
have you seen them? I don't know.
Right here on this list, dog, Pokemon, legendary. And it's those three.
That is a cat! What is happening? That drives me nuts. That is 1000% a kitty.
Yeah, that's not it. But
it's not it.
I don't know. What else do you got about dogs? Anything?
I don't know. They're all good. I think there's less good. Obviously, we touched on like Stoutland, but every dog Pokemon. Did you want to talk about Fido real quick?
Oh, we love Fido.
We are big Fido fans. First of all, carbs and dog. Okay. There we go.
And the opportunity for Doberman is just...
They have to. Doberman, they have to.
I don't care if it's not coded into the... because by this point the game is done. And, they're just waiting for distribution and stuff. But even if they didn't, it's got to be like in a DLC like they did for Sword and Shield putting Urshifu in.
I know.
They got to put Doberman in for the community.
Yeah, they have to. And yes, I will die on that hill that Raikou is indeed a cat. I will fight that tooth and nail. I'm
actually with you. It's more cattish than doggish.
For sure, it is. Yeah, all doggos are good doggos, in my opinion.
And cat dog is not a Pokemon.
Cat dog is not a Pokemon, no.
But I feel like that talking about the biology of Pokemon is pretty handy, because what was my least favorite subject in school that I had class with you? Biology.
Honors biology, nonetheless. I'm so bad. I am so bad at science. Why was I in that class? Why was I there?
Well, that was like me with the math classes in high school. I was too smart for the regular class and
too dumb for the smart class.
Yeah, so we did honors, whatever. But yeah, so I think I'm ready to talk about Pokemon School.
Yeah, buddy.
So for anybody who's played a Pokemon game, I don't want to commit and say every single generation, but the vast majority of the generations, within the first couple of routes, the first bit of story, the most prominent one that sticks out to me is in Alola, because you actually have to like fight people on the grounds.
Yes, you do.
That's where the hand holding ends. So I'm happy to see it.
I don't know. It's like one of the first things afterwards, and I'm like, it's so close to it that it still has a bad taste in my mouth.
But it gives me an experience share, which I love. But anyways, there is Pokemon School. That is the common theme. And Ghost and myself and Animask, who, in case you guys have missed it, Animask, who has been on the show before, is joining our team in a creative capacity. So Animask, welcome. Hopefully he'll be able to make it to more shows. But Pokemon School is so integral in the game, in the Pokemon world, but in the games, you kind of glaze over it.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, again, Alola is the most involved that we get in Pokemon School.
I don't even remember what gen it is, but there are multiple examples where you do go in a little school, but it's like a little room, and 9 times out of 10, you could get some brief facts on like the chalkboard. Yep. I think one had like status conditions that you could read about. Beyond that, there's not much to them.
There is nothing to them. It's water beat fire, grass beat water, fire beat grass, and it doesn't go into, well, earlier games don't go into more typings than that. And then, some of it's like, oh, paralysis, your Pokemon may not move and their speed stat is lowered. Burn, oh, they have damage every turn and their attack stat is lowered. And it's just super basic stuff. But I feel like in the Pokemon world, Pokemon School would be way more than that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's so much you need to know about Pokemon.
Yeah. So my first question to you:
Yes.
are you paying tuition?
No, free tuition in the Pokemon world.
So
There's free healthcare in the Pokemon
that,
world.
yes. Okay.
So there's 100% free tuition.
Yeah. If you were paying for tuition, I was gonna say make the checks out to me because it's
No.
free and I'm just gonna take your money. So 100% free school, but just like the Pokemon Center, you get high value out of it. I feel like you gotta get high value out of Pokemon School. So, Professor Ghost, what class are you teaching?
Okay.
What is the essential class besides type coverage or type chart and statuses?
Okay.
What would you cover that they don't?
All right. So, in my mind, more realistic approach of Pokemon, right? So, I actually came up with two ideas. One I'll just gloss over. This one I think would be fairly important. I don't have like a great name for it, but I would call it something along the lines of like Pokemon survival, i.e., how do you protect yourself against really dangerous Pokemon? Because you're thrown out there as a 10-year-old, okay? You need to figure out how to survive. And yes, the Pokedex does tell you kind of what they do, like generally, but what does that mean? What does that mean? So I actually, Docs, have a list of several dangerous Pokemon entries, and I am curious to see how you would handle the situation.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? And then chat, feel free to say what you would do in these situations. First of all, I'm going to read the Pokedex entry, and then I'll let you kind of tell me what you think you would do. Yes, Docs.
Is a valid answer throw out my Pineco and run?
I will I will let you do that one time.
Okay.
So this was legitimately a list of like top 8 dangerous Pokemon. I don't know that I agree with most of this, but it was interesting to see what this list put together. Rogue said 1, run, 2, strangers have the best rare candy. Oh my god. No, do not eat rare candy from strangers. So our first Pokedex entry says, it literally just says, it is dangerous. First statement. It has too much electricity and has nothing to do. It amuses itself by exploding. So if you ran across,
Electrode.
it is Electrode. How would you protect yourself in a situation with an about to explode Electrode?
Okay. So I'm going to apply what I know about snakes. So hopefully there's not a snake on your list because then my answer is going to be the same.
Okay.
So, fun fact about snakes, you guys. Snakes are round, just like an electrode. Therefore, they can only move fast in straight lines. If you are ever confronted by an electrode or a king cobra, the best thing to do is run in a zigzag pattern as they try to chase you. They cannot keep up, and you will eventually make a safe distance.
I would say that is good because Electrode is large, so I feel like it would have a hard time turning.
Right.
So I think that is an acceptable answer.
You can thank my business professor from Bombay for that one.
Oh, okay. I will. I'll call him up and be like, thanks for that.
Literally, that's what he taught us instead. Taught? That's what he taught us instead of business management was how to avoid a king cobra.
Hey, if that's your takeaway, you know what's going to happen, Docs? In like 20 years, you're going to find yourself in like a desert or wherever a king cobra is. And that's the one thing that's going to save your life. And you'll be like, there it is.
I'm going to download Param. Thanks, bro. And he's going to be like, you're welcome. And then he'll hang up and not know who I was.
So Rogue said she'd open her arms wide and embrace the void. Mishka said water. Put in water.
That conducts electricity.
I know. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Just make it go further.
I think Mishka and Rogue need a hug. I don't know.
I know. Is this a cry for help for both of them? Oh my god.
All right. What am I surviving next?
All right. So the Dex entry says it has enough psychic energy to blast everything within 300 feet of itself, but it has no control over its power. How would you handle the situation?
Who is that?
Esper.
Esper. Ooh. Okay, so it has no...
I was going to say, Esper, depending how you approach it, its anatomy could definitely work in your favor.
So it has no control over its power. So whether or not you try to run away or whether you try to friend it, it's not going to work in your favor. So this is my send out Pineco, bug bite, KO it before it explodes.
You think so?
Yeah, that's my Pineco.
No, I mean, this is a very specific situation. But if you put anything over its head, it can't lift its ears, which is where the psychic power comes from.
Oh.
Right? See,
That's
you would have been like,
handy. Okay.
oh no.
Give me my shiny eagle bag. Come here, Esper.
You just like have a helmet on hand, you know? Just put a helmet on him. Oh, could you imagine how cute a little Esper running around with a bicycle helmet on its
Somebody
head?
draw that for us, please.
Oh my god.
I want our first fan art to be Esper in a helmet.
That's so cute. All right, so this one's really strange, okay? So I actually wrote down what people kind of said about it too, or in the article. So its fine fur feels so pleasant, those who accidentally touch it cannot take their hands away. It doesn't sound dangerous, right? But their reasoning is once you start petting this Pokemon, you become infatuated with it that you cannot leave. So you will touch it basically till you die. So
Who's got that nice of fur and where can I find them?
whoa. Rogue said it's her dog Murphy. But no, it's a Wigglytuff.
I didn't never viewed a Wigglytuff as petable, but okay.
Every Pokemon's petable if you try hard enough.
What about gloves?
Gloves?
Before I pet Wigglytuff, before I handle my Wigglytuff, which is not a euphemism, I will put on gloves.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's a viable answer. Gloves. You wouldn't know that. You would walk up to a Wigglytuff and just start petting it, and you're stuck. You would literally die petting Wigglytuff, which not a bad death.
I'll have a really buff arm though. Like imagine that. Like, yeah, all right.
Be like, I would call someone. Has anyone seen Docs lately? And you're just like, I can't stop. Your arm is like twice the size of your torso.
I'll take. You know what? There's a silver lining. All right.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a creative, dangerous Pokemon. You wouldn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I never even thought to pet one in the first place, but
in person, I'm sure it's very clearly fuzzy. So we'll just do a couple more for the sake of time. So we'll do this one. Its knuckle claws secrete a toxin so vile that even a scratch could prove fatal.
okay, so it's not a Toxicroak.
It's not.
Oh, it is?
It is.
I didn't think of it as clawed. I think of it as webbed.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well,
so
Toxicroak does have that little thing on his claw.
Oh, that dew claw.
Yeah, whatever you call that.
Yeah, on dogs, it's called a dew claw.
Mm-hmm.
So, how am I not getting poisoned? Feel like it could probably rip through a long sleeve shirt. Is it sharp?
Yeah. It's a claw.
Yeah, most claws are sharp. How do you get away from this one?
So I think this would be a case of how do you get that poison out of you? In the event you do get scratched, how do you extract said poison? Which is a good thing to learn just generally in real life. So I think
in case that King Cobra catches up to you.
Exactly. I think this is if it's going to happen, it's going to happen type situation.
Yeah.
So once it happens, how do you save your life?
Yeah, it's not like a sucking Pokemon or anything.
Rogue says she knows what to do, so I think there's a sucking action that needs to take place.
I mean, not from a Pokemon. Machoke's busy. Yeah. You just have to extract it somehow. I don't know how. Unless you have like a water. No, have a water type. You know how like if there's like a clog in a pipe or something, you put pressure behind it to burst it.
Yeah, I don't think flush it out kind of a thing.
Yeah, I don't think a water type can flush out your veins.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm dead. Next.
Yep. No. We'll actually wrap it up there. Although there were two Dex entries for Ghost type Pokemon, which my second topic, if I didn't do this, it would be like studying paranormal Pokemon activity, which I think is less applicable to like your everyday. So I thought that's more or less like your elective.
Elective. Yeah.
Exactly. If you wanted to learn more, like the school I went to had death and dying. This is like paranormal Pokemon activity. Yeah, there was a class called Death and Dying. So
I don't know. I'm not signing up. I'm sorry. I'm dropping out.
that's fair. So
So-
obviously I would do something ghost related because Mimikyu and Gengar were both on that list of dangerous Pokemon. I was like, oh shoot, we could do a paranormal thing. So that is the class I would teach, is how to survive Pokemon, all the way from like flamethrowers to petting a Pokemon to death. And by to death, I mean you are dying, not the Pokemon.
So, what I have an interest in real life, I did not have the commitment to do it. I did not want to put the time into it, more or less. I wanted to be some sort of animal health expert.
Oh, yeah.
So while there is Nurse Joy and Chansey and Blissey and all of their helpers, I would love to to teach a course on Pokemon health and safety, and to a lesser extent, the ecology of the Pokemon world.
Okay. Similar
Because-
in thought process, I feel.
Yeah, right. So maybe it's not just a general biology class, but there's first 5 weeks of the semester is the ecology. The 5 to 10 is general health conditions and training regimens, and I just think that if this were a real universe, we'd want to take care of them on a regular basis, like we do our dogs, our cats, our birds, whatever you might have at home. Some people have like ferrets and stuff. So,
And stuff.
Next episode, guys, our top 10 ferret Pokemon. Ferret. We're done. Short episode.
Yeah.
Everybody go home. Good game. But yeah, I think that it would be very important to teach, especially trainers. But this would be I don't want to say a community college level, to where like even if you're not going off to be something special, you can still take this class though.
Mhm.
It could be offered at a scholarly level, and it can be offered at a common knowledge level.
Yeah, because I think if you wanted to have that as a profession, you would take the higher level stuff. But everyone needs to take care of their animal. Like you don't have to like I don't perform surgery on my dog, but at least the baseline how to take care of this thing. And Pokemon are way more complex than a dog, so there's gonna be extra care, I would say.
I mean, if things in real life continue the way they are, I might just perform surgery on my own dog. But
Don't do that. For their sake, don't do it.
For all the listeners at home, Ned is okay. I'm not touching him. But yeah, I think that it's important because to equate it to human life, I know a good amount of things about my dog's health, and livers and kidneys are in humans, and hearts and stuff. They're also in humans. So
Wait, what?
Surprise!
I have a heart? I don't think so.
I don't either. But
You're not supposed to agree with that.
But I think that it's one of the most essential things that someone in the Pokemon universe should know. Whether you're going to be a scholar or whether you're going to be, just a stay-at-home Smeargle mom.
Smeargle mom.
Like, where does the paint come from?
I don't.
Take my course and find out.
I don't think I want to know.
Call now.
No, where's the paint?
Representatives are waiting.
Yeah. No, I think that's really good. I do have that book. I don't know if you've ever seen it, the anatomy book.
Yeah.
I have it. Maybe I'll post about it, but it's really cool. It goes through the first 151 Pokemon and goes through the Pokemon anatomy. Yeah, you're just out of focus. That's fine.
I'm fuzzy.
You're fuzzy like the Wigglytuff.
Don't pet me.
You'll die faster. Not because you just... Are you okay?
Yeah, you just talked about killing me and I'm fuzzy. It's okay.
No. You're going to kill whoever's petting you.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, I know. It gets very confusing about who's dying when you pet something. No.
Oh, whatever.
So,
But
no, I like it.
Yeah, and I think, maybe that last third of the semester is breeding. because that's important in the Pokemon world. I'm not trying to teach people how to get shinies, but just when a mommy Tauros and a daddy Tauros love each other very much, what happens?
I feel like that would be very unethical to teach how to breed for a shiny class. That's like like you're learning that in the back alleyway between
the McDonald's and the Wendy's,
the McDonald's and the daycare, honestly. Like that's another. That's actually an interesting idea.
I don't like where my mind went with that.
I meant like unethical things that we do as players that actually like would be a no. Yeah, Rogue said, "Yeah, don't teach that."
Yeah,
I would not.
Let's not. Let's all just look at my palm to try to get my camera to focus again.
I know. We don't know why. There you go. Da 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 da. We fixed it. For those of you listening, Dox was very fuzzy.
I was and it's not just this that I've let go. It's
I did want to mention your beard is very grown in. Look at you. It's also very red.
I'm not a redhead, but my facial hair is really red, and I don't know why.
Very peculiar.
I've been dyeing my hair black since high school when you met me.
I knew it.
So I don't know. I think the schools, while I don't want it to bog me down in the games, I feel like they would play a huge part in the real Pokemon world.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but I don't know about you, but for myself, sometimes I see a Pokemon and I get just a little bit triggered.
Oh my god, yes.
So, guys, for season 2, we've decided to come up with some recurring segments. This one is the brainchild that I have been so excited over.
This is all Dox. I just want to throw it out there. This is
other people have done it, but I love this idea. Welcome to the first Indigo Plateau Show, PokéRoast.
PokéRoast. And by PokéRoast, it's Dox roasting and me just agreeing. Or disagreeing. Yeah. Depending.
But for this first one, we chose a Pokemon that I know both Ghost and myself dislike equally.
Randomly. I was thinking about that. Like, how did we both come to this? I mean, I'll tell you how I came to this decision.
No, that's what this roast is about.
But it's just very strange. Warzak said, don't roast Poliwhirl. We would never.
Yeah, Poliwhirl's roast proof. I think so.
I would never. I love Poliwhirl.
No, Poliwhirl's cool. But I just... All right, sit back, everybody.
Oh, God.
Pelipper.
Trash.
What were you thinking, Game Freak? Nintendo intern that designed him. Okay?
Intern.
All you did was you took a seagull, changed its colors, and increased its beak to look like a toilet bowl.
That beak is not just a beak, it's just the body. The bird is the beak.
This thing, I named mine Tiny Fresh because it looks like a toilet bowl.
Yeah, hold on. I need to look this up. I never thought toilet bowl.
It looks like a toilet bowl. I mean, everyone pees in the pool, so...
Are we peeing in Pelipper?
It's in the ocean. That's other water. It deserves it, okay? This Pokemon is garbage. And I know I'm a part of a content creators community who loves Pelipper because of a specific Pelipper in a series. Has its own nickname, has its own merch, and I have to stay quiet amongst my friends in that community. Because I have to be like, oh yeah, really cool, totally awesome. But no, secretly in the chat, I'm down there. Every time someone's like, oh yeah, there it is again. No, delete the game. Delete save file. I don't care. Pelipper gone, okay? You come out looking like a toilet bowl. I have things to say about you.
What if I looked like a toilet bowl, Dox?
Luckily you don't, otherwise we'd have to have a different show. But,
oh no.
Okay, not only does it look like a toilet bowl, it's Tiny Fresh. Blue and white, You know why else this Pokemon is a bathroom Pokemon? Why it looks like a toilet? Because my toothpaste is blue and white, and it sits above my toilet bowl. Okay? This thing is just my toothpaste connected to my toilet bowl. It is a complete bathroom Pokemon.
Why is your toothpaste on your toilet?
That's the shelf above it.
Oh, okay.
This is a bathroom Pokemon. It's my toothpaste,
Pokemon.
my toilet bowl. My toilet's not yellow. That just means I don't clean it. But that's probably why Pelipper is got a yellow beak, because everyone pees on it and it's not cleaned. Oh. It's probably a white beak. It's just everyone's like, oh, a toilet bowl, and nobody decides to clean it.
It's full of poopy.
Because nobody likes Pelipper.
Oh. A lot of people don't like Pelipper. Yeah. Rogue said your paste is getting poopy, by the way. And then Allie clapped back. She said blue and white like Quaxley.
Oh! Next Poke Roast, Allie loves Pokemon.
Oh, no! Allie!
This thing, and not only does it have to be one of the ugliest Pokemon ever, like Wingull, okay, I get it. That's like a normal ocean bird. You know, the colors are cool for him. But you hit Pelipper, and it just goes all downhill. And I know this is applicable to Wingull as well. Not only are you, well, this part does. You have a quad weakness, madam or sir.
Or sir. To electric.
I never understood if Pico was a boy or a girl. So, madam or sir, you have a quad weakness. You can't have a quad weakness and be ugly. Pick one or the other. Okay? This is like if you're the honor roll student in high school who asks the captain of the cheerleading team to the prom, and then you end up taking the quiet girl in the library instead, okay? You lost at both. You can't lose at both.
That was not very nice, Docs.
It's a roast. What is a roast?
That's
nice?
fair. That's fair. You're right.
I'm sorry. Pelipper, you can't lose in looks and skill. You can't suck at both, okay? I mean, what do you have? Rain Dance? Your own ability sets you up to be destroyed. That's how much you even hate yourself. In the rain, thunder does not miss. What are you quad weak to? Electricity. Okay? You hate yourself that much, Pelipper. Why don't you just fly off to the middle of the ocean, find a nice little island, and stay there?
Real quick, Rogue thought you said something inappropriate. Quad weakness. Not a OP. Weakness.
I mean, if you have 4 of those, then you're a really bad Pokemon. I don't know what to say.
Yikes.
But I've got nothing nice to say about it. Because there is nothing nice to say about it.
No, it is a very ugly Pokemon. I don't know. Like, I actually never thought of it as a toilet, but now it's another reason to dislike it.
It's just a big potty.
It's a big potty. It's full of poopy. It's all beak. It's all beak. That's what bothers me the most. Also, the reason I really hate Pelipper is one time, I don't remember the set, but I pulled so many Pelipper cards.
That's why I hate Incineroar.
In a row. I had like 10 of these damn Pelippers.
Yeah, that's why I hate Incineroar. But I don't hate Incineroar nearly as much as I hate Pelipper.
No. At least Incineroar looks okay. At the very minimum, okay.
He's got a special move that's all his own. Pelipper, what do you have that's special to you and all your own?
Poopy.
Ugly.
Oh, ugly.
Straight up.
So yeah, to kind of wrap that up with the theme of last season, spread hate, right, Docs?
Spread hate equally. And to be clear, back in high school, there were some pretty cute girls in the library. My wife was one of them, okay? So
just sometimes you just need to stop talking, and I think that was one of these instances.
I said my wife's cute.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
No. Just, the stereotypes.
But it's a roast. You're supposed to go that extra.
I know.
Mile, right?
Roasts, you know what? Honestly, they're bad, but they're funny.
Oh yeah, it's a roast for a reason. Speaking of which, I would love a roast this weekend. So it's
of you Allie's gonna roast you.
No, I mean like a meat.
No.
Like when you,
No.
on the-
Nope.
Okay.
You don't get that. Allie's roasting you in a mean way.
Well, I guess I better sue. I mentioned my love of lawsuits earlier. Here we go.
Is this it?
Defamation of character, baby.
I did want to say real quick, I did put a little question on Instagram of other people's, some of their least favorite Pokemon. And Docs, we did get the one.
Oh, and I know who did it, and I'm going to address that with them in private.
We got a Pineco. We got a couple of Garbodors.
Garbodor.
We got a Bruxish, and a Alola. I think that was it. So
Why they for a Lomomola? It's just a heart.
I don't like it either, to be honest.
It's not creative, but it's not ugly.
That's subjective. So to that person, it was very ugly.
Garbodor, I can get why people don't like it. It's a pile of trash, but so am I, and some people like me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I totally get the Pineco. I mean,
yeah.
very ugly Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I know which individual did that, and I will discuss with them privately.
Oh
it's
my
another
God.
one of my upcoming lawsuits, probably. But what was the Bruxish garbage trash.
I don't hate it.
Garbaggio.
I don't hate it.
It's ugly. It does have a cool move, but other than that, it's just kind of, I don't know.
Fish.
Yeah.
Teeth fish.
Yeah, underbite fish. Yeah.
I don't hate it. But anyways, any other comments on Toilet Bowl?
Oh no, Tidy Fresh. I'm done with him.
We done? Okay.
He didn't even deserve the 15 minutes of my time. That's how bad that Pico, or not Pico. I like Pico, but that's how bad Pelipper is.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you all for coming and watching episode 1 of season 2. How exciting! We'll be back every Thursday yet again. I don't know the topic off the top of our head, but we do have a whole. Do you have it?
Yeah, I'll get it. We actually planned, you guys. Like,
we have the whole month planned out. And real quick, Mr. Zombie is in chat, who will be a special guest this month, actually. So, hello, Zombie.
Is that next week though? Hold on.
No, it's towards the end.
Let's see here. Next week we are covering which anime character would you be BFFs with? The most forgettable Pokemon.
Hey.
And the most hated Pokemon.
Which I thought about that, Docs. We just
Charlie
did. No, we just talked about a specific Pokemon we hate, and now we're gonna expand it to multiple Pokemon we hate. So,
Indigo Plateau Show. Spread hate evenly. Let's go.
Basically, every episode we're gonna talk about something we hate because we're just hateful people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My life's miserable, and I have to project it on others. That's how this goes.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, anyways,
see that old lady crossing the street? No, I'm gonna pull my car up and I'm gonna park it in the middle of the sidewalk so she can't go across.
Docs, please don't do that.
I wouldn't. I like old lady. I saved a puppy last week.
No, you didn't. Hold on. We need to hear the story real quick before we sign off. So, what happened?
I was on my way to get braided by softballs because that's how I got injured.
Braided by balls.
Yes. Normal Thursday, but I was going to get gas before I was going to the games, and I stop at the stop sign, as one tends to do, and I look to my left, I see this little Yorkie-looking dude, and I look around, I see no humans, so I stop, and there was traffic coming the other way, so I point out my window. The guy just looks and smiles, like, oh yeah, cute dog. So I'm like, uh-oh. So I get out of my car, and I start going towards him. He like puts his feet up like he's scared and he's about to run. And then I take one more step towards him and he starts running away. I take 2 steps and then I see people coming around the corner. Like, there you are.
Oh.
So then I was going to try to chase him, but his people came first. So I helped the puppy go home.
Oh. Puppies. You should have told that story when we talked about the dogs.
I suppressed last Thursday because of the barrage of softballs hitting me.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to like repress that, you know.
Sometimes you want to block out the reason why you can't put weight on your right foot. But
Rogue said you saved the day.
I didn't. I'll take it. I got all that good karma, and then life beat me down. So
It's a
Lesson
balance. It's a
here-
balancing act. You know what I'm saying?
yin and yang, it all comes together.
However that works.
But where our show comes together,
Don't say it.
Space Bean.
Don't say. Oh, he said it. Oh no, it's not Facebook. Although I did want to talk about anywhere you can find us. So basically, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter. We are really pushing those platforms. Docs is doing a great job tweeting. Animask will be helping us out with content on both those platforms. We are on YouTube, so we do post these videos. If you want to go ahead and give us a sub, it's helpful. Plus, you could watch this video back again if you don't want to just listen to the audio. And speaking of audio, we are on a whole bunch of platforms, being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, a whole bunch of stuff. And if you do listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, if you enjoy the show and you want to let us know that and give us a 5-star rating, that'd be super helpful. It helps us be seen. So if you listen on any of those,
And
we will take a 5-star if you like it.
and coming soon, if you have the attention span of a Pelipper, we'll have small bits coming out on TikTok as well. So that's another problem with Pelipper. I imagine he doesn't have much of attention span, but
His
I
head's
digress.
this big.
Yeah, I digress.
All right. I'm actually not playing anything after this, so we're just going to go ahead and end the podcast. So thank you all for watching. We will be back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the GhostTypeGhost Twitch channel. And everyone have a great night, and I will see you next week.
Friends.
Bye.